Carvey's still around, right?
Who?
Dana Carvey.
Dana Carvey is still alive, yes.
It just
He
feels
might
like
have retired.
Oh, it wasn't about that. It just was. You know.
Blink.
Hmm?
Okay, and
Are we-
it's set up right. Everything's good.
You still have lots of knots, Bubba. I'll get them later. Can't do it live.
And we got this. A little music in the background going. Okay. Um, let's see now. This should be. Why is it not doing what it's supposed to do? There it is. Bah!
Arr.
Arg! Why is it in? I know September, but
But.
could be like March. Talk like a pirate day should be in March. That's September.
I didn't pick it, so. Are we live? Or are we just testing?
We are live and testing at the same time.
Alright. Are you in your, seriously, dude? Yeah, not this dude.
The
The
dude,
furry
the
one
other
over
dude.
here. Who's been torturing me by climbing in my lap, getting out of my lap, climbing in my lap, getting out of my lap.
Okay.
He's just having a taciturn day. Okay, what?
All right.
Alright.
You called this meeting.
No, I've got an idea.
You got an idea?
I'm thinking Time Bandits version, but yeah, that works.
Hey, Reginald, you got an idea.
Anywho,
Anywho,
do you even have it open, or are we just pre-recording and then putting it up later?
I have it open. This is the live. This is the live stream. We are live streaming right now as we speak.
Okay, for some reason it looks different than the last time I looked over and you had your little Twitch screen thing going.
Oh, you know what? You know what's missing? I know what's missing.
Being able to see the chat?
There is no chat right now. It's right there. That's it. That's the
Okay.
only thing in the chat.
Well, tell me what's missing. Or you got
Fan art.
Have you gotten any new stuff lately?
I have not gotten any new stuff lately. The last fan art that I got was from
Did you do a call?
Ash Axel.
Did you call for a fan art? People like to be asked, you know.
I like to be asked too, yeah. I do say it a lot.
Okay.
I'll say it even now. I love fan art. You guys, anybody wants to make fan art for me, you will be put in my wonderful little.
Now you sound a little more gallery. Just call it the little revolving gallery.
My revolving gallery that I have in the top corner of every single stream that I do. Almost not this one, but yeah, almost every single stream that I do.
It's okay. It really is.
Is it okay?
I think it's nice that people do fan art, but you know, I'm a lunatic, so.
Well, you know, I'm gonna say this, and this is
Then say it.
sincere from the heart.
Okay.
I do fan art because I love fan art.
That makes sense. And plus.
I am the change that I want to see in the world.
Yeah.
So yes.
Oh.
People aren't just getting free art from me. I really do have an ulterior motive here.
You better be careful about that.
The underlining, you know, I want to see your creativity. It was like just today. I was in a stream and they were talking about their birthday coming up, and they were talking about people, making them art. And the truth is that I've never seen them make me any art.
Well, sometimes ideas happen because, you know what I mean?
They're like saying even stick figures would be okay, and everything like that. And I was just like, you don't make art for people.
You make art for stick figures?
Doesn't make art.
Alright, we're totally way off base now.
They don't make art for stick figures.
People are like, why should I even be listening to this?
Why are we listening to this?
Because you just keep prattling on about something that was important to you, yes.
You finally admit that it was actually important to me.
I didn't know I denied that in the past?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, any hoodle doodle. Because remember, I'm falling asleep, so if we don't... you might be losing me if we don't get to the point.
Let's get to the point, then.
Hey, I came up with the idea, you gotta carry it.
What is the idea?
Do I want to name it, or do I just want to say...
You named it. You could say it.
Okay.
Everything.
One of the things when we were doing the Diggy Diggy streams that was kind of nice was, it was a shorter stream, so it was a little easier to get into an otherwise chaotic schedule that we have. And one of the things that we don't really, we don't. I mean, because I asked you first before I said, why I was asking.
Mm.
Are there people who talk about what other people have been up to?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and I said, well, what do they do with that? And you said.
There are people whose streams are just basically dedicated on, especially the most popular streamers out there and stuff like that.
Yeah, but we wanted to talk about the people that we don't care how popular somebody is. We just want to be like. Hey,
but I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
That's really where it goes to, and when people talk about clout chasing, that is like the epitome in my mind of what clout chasing is.
Yeah.
Like discussing what other people have been doing, so that you can basically hype yourself up, on the backs of their names.
Okay. You said it. You don't have to go on a tirade.
Yeah,
it's been just so done before. But one of the things that once upon a time, when there was no visuals,
back in my day,
we just had radio. There was no picture. No, we're not
we wanted pictures. We had to draw them ourselves.
Yeah.
Out of charcoal from the fire.
Oh my goodness. Anywho, and so one of the things that I had said was, I was like, you there's so many things that people do that we just you can't really follow everything, which is why a lot of people do have the video archives and things like that. But instead of it being like, this person knocked it out of the park this week because they got 5 billion followers out of nowhere, whatever.
They already had the 5 billion followers. I just want some of those followers to follow me.
And that was the other thing too, getting back to the cloud chasing, is for me, one of the things that, I grew up with is, when you had hobbies that there was no clout to chase. You just talked about things you liked. And, that's not entirely true, because there's always been hanger-ons, which is kind of the same thing, just an older term, I guess.
Yeah.
But, it's just, one of those things that, you know, I've never heard anybody just saying like, hey, somebody's doing this fundraiser for kids or whatever this week, or, you know, like stuff that isn't just, and then that was kind of the
birthdays coming up.
Yeah, birthdays and stuff like that. And just like, you know, somebody who had a milestone or whatever, you know, just like it's the community day-to-day stuff. Or it could just be like, hey, I stumbled upon this stream I never saw before, and you know what they're doing? They're making people out of dominoes. You know, I mean, who knows what it could be. And we're still not even sure it's gonna take. And we're still not sure how we're going to go about it. But if you, listening to this now or later, have ideas about what you would like to see, or get what would be interesting because it would be different than whatever, just throw it in the comments. Or if anyone actually starts watching this while we're doing this stream, because it was completely unplanned.
Just so you know, I say put cool beans in the comments below at every on every single morning commute video. You know how many cool beans I've had people comment? Do you?
No, I don't.
I've had 2.
You know why I don't? Because you know what I said I was saving those for. So anyway, yes.
I know you watch my videos sometimes.
Okay, there's other videos you have up there, and then there's the morning commutes.
Right, I do that.
I am saving the morning commutes for a very specific thing that is not to be publicly shared.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you know, there is something about, somebody told me that the comments in YouTube is, you know, there's some monetization, you know, saying attached to it, and that's the reason why people are hesitant to comment. And I'm like going, what does that, you know, the price of freaking tea in freaking China? Like, what are you talking about? And they were trying to explain it to me, and it still makes no sense.
It's probably some other stupid hoop they're trying to make people jump through so they get monetized. I mean, let's be honest. They don't want to pay anybody. They want all the content for free for themselves, all the platforms.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it's just, this is the way of the world until people start saying enough.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm not shocked at all. But that's not what we're here to talk about.
No, it's not.
And at any rate, it might not do anything, and we really haven't. One, we don't even know if anybody would be interested in something like this. 2, it could turn out to be way more time consuming trying to collate information than we originally thought.
Well, I do know that people love my sidekick, so.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
People besides you.
Yes, people.
Somehow you've never shared these stories. Maybe you're worried that I'll go run off with them to some enchanted corner of the internet.
I have mentioned. The thing is people aren't really talkative, so. We do it here on Twitch. Twitch is awful. Twitch is a freaking corrupt company that's freaking just disgusting. So we can say that. It moves from Twitch, it goes to YouTube, and then went on YouTube.
Which is also an awful company, just not as personally awful because they own a lot of properties too, but Twitch owner is just like jackass all around. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, even if they were jackasses, but the company ran, like, was for the creators, I would basically be, you know, kind of like a little more defensive of them, but I'm not.
This is the part where we throw our heads back and we laugh.
If I'm not laughing, I'm crying. So, yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is that, this goes to you being popular.
Which I still find hilarious because nobody even
We-
follows me on Blue Sky, so whatever.
we have here on Twitch. I usually have the lowest possible numbers when you and I do a two beings, but in defense of that, we normally do this, what we've been doing, which is it's not scheduled, it's not part of our normal lexicon. So I think if it gets scheduled, it will be like around the same similar thing as my regular streams, which gets about 10.
So now I'm confused
10 people.
because we haven't had a regular anything
No.
except for Diggy Diggy, which didn't run very long either time.
But
Here we go.
but I export all these videos
Right.
to YouTube.
Mhm.
On YouTube,
Mhm.
you're more popular than my morning commute videos.
But is it me though, or is it's a game instead of listening to you rant about the world?
It's you're more popular than my games. You're more popular than morning commute, which is my most popular video. The only thing that you're not more popular in and I should do more of is my unboxing videos. My unboxing videos are totally different.
Well, it's also
beast.
targeted for a different crowd too. So I mean, that's one of the things that I
They're
love
very
about.
popular.
Yeah, but that's one of the things I've always loved about the stuff you post is that it's not just one, but you also married a variety nut. So I mean,
I never want to call myself a variety streamer because when I see people calling themselves
no,
variety
because
streamers,
that's become its own beast that is not
I'm
what
like-
I think of when I think of being a variety nut.
I'm like, because you play a variety of games, you play more than one game, you're a variety streamer. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand
Okay,
it.
to me, a variety streamer is someone who literally is the epitome of squirrel. It's just it is what it is. But I can understand there being. Why do you think I married you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anywho, stupid. I'm a little brain fog. Variety. And that's the other thing. And I know you were having some problems for a while with some of the lip syncings, and they weren't really. I always call them lip syncings in my head because I keep thinking of that guy, and he doesn't do any more videos, and I really miss his videos.
Yes,
but
I do too.
old.
I did, just so you
Video.
know, I did do a cover of I'm lip syncing to this song, so it is in my lexicon of non-variety stuff that I do.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm running out of. How can we have this much places to put things, and I just keep running out of places to put things?
Yes. You gonna go on my lap? Okay.
Alright, so anyway, the point is, we have no idea if this is going to be a thing or not. And it really, it could depend on a whole lot of factors that are completely out of our control. Did we pick a time for this? Were we going to try to do the Eastern lunchtime again, or what were we thinking? Dude,
I mean-
what are you doing?
He's like trying to figure out why
It's
we're
not
doing
dinner
it.
time. Why is he doing this?
Yeah, I don't know. What we're doing now works for me. I don't know if it works for you, but it works for me.
What part of what we're doing now are you talking about?
We went and streamed on a Friday, where I normally have a no stream on my schedule. But if we do a two beans, or a state of the stream, or whatever
Yeah,
you want
but
to
that's
call
what
it.
I'm trying to establish. Is it just going to be what we've seen or heard or talked to or whatever, or is it just, or should we just no holds barred as long as somehow it's tangential to streaming? I don't know.
I think that one of the things that we should do, one is play it by freaking wing it.
Oh, like we always do. Yeah,
Like-
that always works
like
out
there.
so well.
But
At the same time.
We should definitely address like the streams that I've been doing for the week.
Okay.
And
I thought we weren't going to do the buy my book thing. We were going to do the hey, this is the stuff I experienced this week.
right.
Did you change your mind?
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Also,
If anybody doesn't know what buy my book is, it's an author thing. We both have worked in author industries at various points in our lives, and
yes,
there are authors who every time they open their mouth, somehow buy my book gets involved, and other people, especially once they're established, and that's what they have agents for.
all their conversations revolve around them promoting their book.
Yeah.
And it is definitely a taught thing. That's a learned thing for authors. When authors first get published, they basically beat you upside the head
yeah.
with promote.
Yeah.
So all you do, and whenever you're in a conversation with somebody who's like going, oh yeah, you know what, that's like chapter 4 in my book. You should really read that.
Hey, if you like animals, you should buy my book. If you like dishwashers, you should buy my book. Wait, didn't you just tell me if I like animals, I should buy your book?
Yes.
There's dishwashers and animals in my book. 2 for 1.
I got animals washing dishes in my book.
Trying not to spell out the T, I was laughing so hard. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, this is kind of caught off guard.
And it's not going to have, I mean, aside from obviously personal experience repetitiveness, but it's not necessarily going to hit the same things every week.
No.
Yeah, so it's just going to be like, hey, this is, what we saw this week, or this is who we missed this week that we didn't want to, but life happened. I mean, because that's one of the things is like, I have to work around the weather now that it's that time of year again. And with you, because the hiring freeze you're dealing with, which I'm just like, people are looking for work. I cannot wait to block that backyard since they started parking their cars in the backyard. The way our lot is, where we live, we're on the short end. So there's all the houses behind us are the long way, and a couple houses down, they decided they were going to start parking the house because I think they had more people who could drive. So they had more cars all of a sudden. So they filled in their swimming pool, and then they didn't remove the swimming pool, just filled it in. And now, because
they paved the pool and put up a parking lot.
Yeah. So anyway, because of where one of the windows in the offices is at night, sometimes I get completely startled because it seems like I'm in a Christine movie where they're like barreling into us. Well, especially in the winter because
you keep on knocking, but you can't come in.
Especially in the winter because sometimes it gets really icy back there because they've been at work or whatever and nobody cleared it. So like they're, like you can see the car like surge and then they slam on the brakes as they're trying to K-turn to back in. Anyway, sorry. And it just happened. That's why this came up. So yes, I'm sorry.
I like the idea that not just talking about. It's not all about me.
But I'm the one talking about it, so I'm sure I'll come up. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
You can always talk about me if you want to.
Hey, look, we are not doing a tea room today, okay? Let's move on.
Yeah, but I like the idea of, talking about streamers that I'm watching, and, promoting people. Buy their book.
Oh wait, you mean I'm actually gonna have to remember? I'm gonna have to make a list of whatever I actually. And most of my stuff is gonna be game related or Fix It related or whatever. So I don't think there's a lot of. Are there Fix It streamers on? Because I tend to watch all of them on, unfortunately, tubing or whichever indies. But you had to catch something, didn't you? Is that why you typed?
That's what I did.
Yes, because you had to catch something.
I did throw my Pokeball in the ring. I got to throw my Pokeball. Gotta catch 'em all. Gonna be the very best.
Okay, stop. Because you know one of these days they're gonna like copyright claim you.
Hit me.
That's the thing I've never really understood is like when YouTube first came out and there were so many copyright claims over the dumbest things. And like now, if you're talking about a brand, it's okay because they didn't pay you. Like I don't even know how that works now. Yes, there are people, especially on YouTube, who are like, today's episode is brought to you by blah 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 blah. And didn't we talk about that at one point that we were gonna like start making up company names and stuff like that?
Yes.
Yeah. What? Who? Oh. Yeah. He turned out to be a jerk later. But anyway, the radio show at the one from I can't think. It doesn't matter.
One of the cool things that Marvel did.
But they used to make up sponsorships. One of the cool things that Marvel did back when Marvel hadn't lost their minds. Yes.
Yeah. One of the cool things Marvel did is that when they created different universes in their Marvel comics, and they made fake products.
Yes.
But similar to the current world products.
A lot of it wasn't just comics that did that, but yes.
No, but I'm saying that they had a whole. Literally, it's a whole world.
Oh yeah.
And it was one of the things that I loved that Into the Spider-Verse, with when they started bringing Miles Morales. Just so you know, the best Sony product ever produced, especially with their Marvel licensing. Was the Into the Spider-Verse stuff, and I'm just kind of like sickened the fact that they basically in the middle of like they leave it with a cliffhanger and it's done after the second movie. They should just throw money at it and freaking make it happen.
Don't say that because then they'll make it really bad.
Even if they made it bad.
Why are we talking about this now?
Well, one of the things that they did was they utilized what Marvel did back in the 60s and 70s and stuff like that with the fake things, and they made all new products. So they didn't have to, what do you call it? They didn't have to pay anybody anything.
Yep.
Except for it, and then Sony was Sony.
Yeah.
I thought that was really brilliant to do.
Is it new moon? Your calendars don't have moon cycles, do they?
I did not put the moon cycles on my calendar. No. And you know what else? It's not April anymore.
No, it's not.
Even though I like my dwarves.
Of course.
Diggy dwarves.
Yes, we diggy. We diggy so much. So.
Oh, that's right.
We're still failing to accurately describe what we're.
I forgot May was all the slimes. Product placement. Buy my calendar.
Oh yeah, now that we're almost halfway through the year. Brilliant idea. Did you do a one of those goofball 18 months? Too much paper, too little metal.
No, but I'm going to do a 2027, and it's going to be a little bit better than this.
Well, I mean, it was the first calendar, so you learned from that.
I'm very happy to have it.
I don't know where my farmer's almanac is, so I don't know.
Okay.
So keep talking.
So as far as scheduling this, I think Friday is a really good.
Is it though? 'Cause everybody's streaming on Fridays. That's what I was talking to you about.
What do you think? Are you doing like a Monday?
In a lot of ways, it does make more sense. Only because it, like, it depends on what we decided is going to be the focus of the streams. And the biggest problem, nobody's really going to be watching it live on Friday because so many people, if they're not streaming, even regardless of that, because of course you always have the time zone problem with live anyway. I learned that from some of the literature posting sites that I was doing for a while. But lost my train of thought again. Dude, come on. Somebody's rambunctious.
You doing some ASMR into the microphone?
Yeah, it's not even, we're waiting to give us. So what is your issue, kiddo? You don't like the fact that I'm in this weird position because you don't feel like you have... Okay. I don't know how many people remember the old wooden school desks that had pull-out drawers. Not drawers, they had pull-out drawers. Of course they have drawers. But they had the writing shelf that you could pull out on either side. Or just a place to put something.
Most desks have it.
No, not anymore, because look what... Never mind. We're not gonna go through the modern history of desks recently.
Most old desks have it.
Yes. Because everything was efficient. Never mind. That's the joke. At any rate, the way that my desk is, it makes like a U because most of the time I have those pulled out, and he feels very secure in my lap because he can't roll out because of the things that are there. And right now I'm sitting in a different position so I can see certain things, and he's been very agitated about the fact that he can't just be in my lap and have his little security space.
Okay.
Even though he's doing it all day.
We were talking about a date.
Yes.
What?
Why don't we just ask people what what would work for them? Now, the main reason you weren't doing streams, predictable streams on Thursdays and Fridays is because that's typically your days off.
That's my days off from work. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you didn't have to worry about getting held or whatever, that was the joke, because it was like the exact opposite of when other people would be like, I'll have more control over my schedule.
Right.
So I just, until I really understood, like, I'm still not clear. I thought we were going to be talking about all kinds of streams, and you just seem to keep coming back to this unknown.
Yes, we're talking about all types of streams.
Okay, so what types are all types of streams?
Well, for now, until we get people, involved and,
But how would they get? I mean, like, this is what I'm saying is like.
Well, it's definitely got to be scheduled. I mean, we can't do this.
Well, this is a.
And maybe I have to take down my other schedule and put this in on the schedule for next week.
All right, this is completely different than what I had originally proposed and talked about. Have you just taken that idea and said, "Oh, I love the title, but I'm kicking out everything else you were doing"?
All right. There's a bunch of things. There's a whole mess of things with what you're talking about that I don't understand.
Okay, that's why I thought this was the point of clarifying things, and instead you just keep wandering off a new direction, so I have even more to be confused.
You were talking about your desk. What does that have to do with the state of the stream?
You know how my brain works, and sometimes I feel
good for you, not for me.
When I'm talking about an animal that nobody has ever met before, and why they're getting so much attention during this, that's a problem now?
No. What I'm talking about is not the stream itself.
Which stream? This stream or any other stream?
This stream that we're going to be doing, and we're setting up and to be a regular stream thing.
Oh, I didn't know it was going to be regular, because that's been a disaster for us. Every time we've tried to do something regular, something always comes up.
And for me, if we're doing a noontime, it would have, in order to do a noontime stream.
Oh, you want to go back to noon again?
Know what you were talking about?
I just said that if we had a regularly scheduled thing, it might be easier for people to know when. It sort of kind of worked but the problem was we had it on a weekend when everybody and their brother's streaming.
Right. Thursday, Friday are my days off.
Yes.
I have it my schedule, the way my schedule looks right now, is that it says that Friday, Saturday are my actual no stream days.
Right, because of the way you decided to do it.
Because I stream so early in the morning on Thursday as opposed to it being Wednesday when I come home from work.
I thought we were trying to figure out the substance of the stream and just to see what people's feedback was before we tried to schedule this thing. You wanted to do everything in this just half an hour or an hour stream? We don't even know if people would think going to think this is a good idea.
I have no idea whether people are going to think it's a good idea. I have no idea. I do know that if nobody watches it, like currently now that we have going on,
and it's Friday Eve,
and not scheduled, so nobody knows that it's even happening.
Yeah.
I'm as much as I hate to admit to it, I'm not as popular as most people might think I am. And so I'm not showing up in a million people's feeds.
But I didn't think it was. I thought the point of us doing it was just to talk about the streams that we had watched.
Right. Let's do that.
Why do you keep making it sound like it's going to be something else?
What am I saying that's not that?
I might just be having a bad fog day.
I hope not.
Yeah, me too, but it's going to go away eventually. They keep telling me, don't worry.
I'm going to try to not do Buy My Book, which we were talking about and joking around about. It might happen because if I do a collab, I definitely want to talk about the collab.
Yeah, but it's different. Okay, Buy My Book is because people did all the work to get the book done, and now they need everybody to buy it so they can feel like writing it was worth it, or they just want people to learn something or whatever.
Them, yeah.
Exactly. But what?
Just bring it up and
distractions, not helping.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not really Buy My Book in the sense of my streams are the best streams. You have to read this, or you have to watch them.
Right.
I'm just getting confused because some of the stuff that you've been talking about, and again, I'm easily confused at this stage of my life. Hopefully it's gone soon because I'm sick of this too.
I would love to also do kind of announcements of like when people are having anniversaries.
Right, that's what I had,
and things of that nature.
I was thinking of it like the old style radio shows.
Yeah.
Where they would talk about, what happened, man bites dog, pothole got fixed on blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
And because, I listened to a lot of radio, and also, even now, I still listen to a lot of radio, even if it's not necessarily on the radio waves. Speaking of which, I gotta check the battery in the portable.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's just like it's not a fireside chat, because usually fireside chats have, great import of whatever. But it's just like a localized.
Yeah.
So it would be about people we know, you know what I mean? Like we cross over, we've watched whatever, or our experiences.
It's our community and your community, putting it out there. But it's...
Okay, when you say that, they can't see you motioning like that, so they're not sure who the your is.
The your is you. You
Anyone
watching this
listening
stream.
to this, yes.
If you're in on this thing, you're in on the joke, as it was.
Yeah.
And you are a part of this. And
If there's something you want to throw out there, as long as it's not going to get us in trouble with anybody.
There's a reason. There's a reason I make beans. There's a reason the bean circle exists. I mean it, and most people don't realize, like, it started with me using the most popular streamers and stuff like that because that's what I knew. I didn't know about.
That was a bad word choice in the beginning of that sentence, but yeah.
What? Tell me.
Used. I used. The most popular because that's what I knew about.
Yeah. Well, I talked about and I created beans for them because that's when I got into streaming. Those were the streamers that I saw.
Yeah.
Those were the streamers who were around. And I foolishly thought, like, oh my God, I'm going to be like that. They're my peers. I'm going to be like them. Everything's going to happen. I'm going to be so popular and make so much money, and I can quit my job and blah blah blah.
Oh, you fell into the identity trap.
I'm not even close to. I'm not even close to what I was. It's been 5 years. I'm not even close to what.
But you made very specific choices.
I did.
That you were offered something. We're not going to talk about it right now. You were offered something back in the day, and you said, "I really appreciate this, but I can't right now because you couldn't." And that is partly my fault because of health problems I was having at the time.
Yeah.
And then it was never. How do I say this right without it coming out wrong? You just kind of just kept doing your thing. It's funny because with some of the comic stuff that I've been looking, and I don't mean the actual comics, but because conventions and things like that have been going on or not, and other conventions, sci-fi and stuff, because I had mentioned this, I don't think it was in a stream, but because remember we had just talked about the one person that they would just sit there and they would just do their thing at their table, and if you wanted a picture or you wanted a thing, they would give it to you, and you didn't have to wait in line for 5 hours to get your signature you paid $50 or $150 for, and
just to get into. Just to get into the freaking vending area.
Yeah.
Just to get in to see the thing, and then you have to pay another freaking $50 for a freaking picture from a signed person who fucking doesn't even get your name spelled correctly. So, fuck those people.
So butthurt about that one. But anyway, because, and I'll be honest, I mean, those conventions have really blown up, and they've been so overly monetized, and just.
It's just take money.
I know.
There's just money taking all the way. If you didn't go there with money, you were freaking shit out of luck.
Yeah.
Is really how it works.
That now, yeah, especially. Well, I mean, it was even that one small convention. That wasn't really a convention. It was really just a bunch of people invited to come sell comics, kind of thing, in a very small town, and kind of like it. If there was going to be 100 people there that weren't vendors, that would have been considered a success. Yeah. And I had made the mistake about, talking about, are you going to have people who dress up or whatever? And he was like, oh, that's a really good idea. I said, just so you know, you got to have security. Because people will cause problems. And the guy was just like, oh, but this is such a small convention. I'm like, no, once word gets out, everybody thinks they can, there won't be anybody in charge there. I'll just go in and, get whatever I want. And no, that's why they started making some of the rules that the bigger conventions have about you have to pay to get in line. Because it's one of those, what is it? What was the old expression? Stupid.
It's like using Comic-Con as
Mm.
the thing. When I went back in my day, when
Yeah,
I went
I
to
know.
Comic-Con, there was none of that shit. Then
Yeah.
again, there was none of the actors,
They didn't have all the
Toxic Avenger actors, the trauma
Yeah.
thing. They had a whole thing.
Yeah,
and
they had their booths and
a
whatever.
different
Yeah.
thing, and every now and again, we had Star Trek there. This
Yeah.
convention.
Yep.
Blah, yay.
Yeah.
It was really the vending area that was Comic-Con. The vending area was the whole.
That was
Comic-Con.
That's why people went. They didn't go so you could get an autograph and try to sell it for $500 on eBay. I mean, it was. But that's what the kind of stuff that I'm talking about is like now people have these notions, and yes.
Now it's like, what are you waiting in line for? We're waiting in line so that we can wait in line. So we have the admission, so we can wait in line to get our seats in Hall H.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
excuse me.
There's a fucking Hall H?
I know, yeah. And it's one of the because of the smaller stuff that we've gone to, whether it was comics or it was medieval or D&D or whatever, we've been to, both of us, even before we met, we've been to all kinds of things like that. And I just always think it's a shame that certain things got blown up so much, because it wasn't like you were suddenly best pals with, this obscure artist or whatever, and it was just that it was so low pressure.
Yes.
And you could just do things, and people either said, yeah, I'd like to, but I'm just kind of tired today or whatever. And because I know that was one of the things that had a lot of people burn out to go to conventions, because that's one of the things that I've been wondering about now, because they have the streamer conventions.
Mm-hmm.
And that's got to be even worse. Because it is you are the product. It's
talk about and I hate to even say it, but like talk about the epitome of clout chasing. Like that is the epitome of clout. You go to those conventions so that you can gain exposure, so you can basically this. It literally is like you're almost forced into clout chasing.
I don't know, because there are some people who go that they just want to meet people, that they watch on the screen.
Right.
And that's not the same.
No, it's not.
But yes, it is the old, nobody sells pizza in Hollywood unless they're trying to get a job, and the job is not selling pizza.
Right.
So.
Nobody's a waiter in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Nobody goes to Hollywood to be a waiter.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but it's perspective too, because I have gone to conventions as booth babe. I have gone to conventions as a creator. I have gone to conventions as a participant. They're vastly different experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Vastly. So, I understand.
I told you about what kind of my dream is.
Which one?
About conventions. I've got many dreams. I'm full of dreams. About going to conventions and basically just being a vendor and doing that, just sitting there drawing beans.
Yeah, we just talked about this yesterday. Yes, okay.
I
didn't know if you were talking about a different thing.
Don't really share it. How's that? I share it with you. You get all of my freaking shit.
Yes,
yeah.
Good and bad.
That good and bad.
But we are completely straight again. So, what are you confused about?
What I would like, because I do a weekly wrap up on Thursday morning. It is my last stream of the week, because right now we're looking at the no stream.
Mm-hmm.
times that we have, and um, putting down a schedule. Will this be kind of my weekly wrap up if it's at the end of the week, and should I just put it like another art stream? Um,
I don't know. I think you're gonna have to seriously think about this because I did not introduce this idea necessarily as a permanent add-on to your already overburdened schedule. Um, I was actually thinking about it being like, unless you thought people would actually, and this is why I said it, this, okay. At one point, I did not think that you thought this was going to be a Friday filler. Okay. Because I would have said no right away. Because in my mind, this was not going to be live. We were just going to talk about it live before we did it, because if a whole bunch of people say, this is a terrible idea, if you're gonna, you hate cloud chasers now, wait till they all find out about this brilliant notion that you have, and they're gonna start chasing you so they can somehow get a foothold on the ladder.
I have no clout to give.
Well, they don't know that yet,
Oh, okay.
That's the
Oh,
problem.
sorry, I left that secret out.
Yeah, and yeah. But the point I was trying to make was, I had thought of it, because yes, when I had talked about the fireside chat thing, maybe that's what threw you off. But it just reminded me of that idea where before people had TVs, before people had computer, whatever, internet, that what you would have is the radio the radio programs. And the advantage that we have, of course, is they're not fleeting. That was a joke about me doing fleeting figments when I'm just like having one of my body hates me days or whatever, and I was thinking about just playing games and hanging out with anybody that showed up, but I don't want to do all this because that's the exact antithesis.
Yeah.
I don't want to be having to worry about, is this working? Is that working? Did I miss somebody? Is there, is somebody yelling at somebody because they got the ball instead of them? I don't care. I just want to, it's just nice to chat with people sometimes.
Yeah.
And, because I do the watch parties for some of my other interests and stuff like that. And because we all live all over the place, we just had somebody from one of the groups come back from, doing their schooling abroad, so now it's going to be weird because they're actually going to be back on North American time, it's because that was really, it made a couple of the watch parties that we tried to do really difficult because they're in a completely different time zone, but anyway,
what were you thinking about when we would do?
I thought
like
we were going to pre-record them. Like you do the songs and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And then we would just put it on, and then, we could, if you wanted, we could sit there and see if people had questions or whatever. But I was thinking that, like, one, we would give them a place to send, hey, I got this special event coming up, or hey, I heard that it's such and such's birthday, or whatever, and just, I don't know. You know me. I have a lot of ideas that go nowhere. So it's a problem with being a creative. 5,000 ideas. One was brilliant. It's just, you got to find that one.
Well, it's kind of, for me, all of my anniversaries and birthdays and everything like that are all at the beginning of the year, except for, our anniversary and my Twitch anniversary,
which you know how I feel about your
which
Twitch
is a year and a half behind my YouTube anniversary.
And I'm still trying to get a Smith buddy, but you won't go because all your friends are here.
All my friends are here.
Yeah, so I have no idea. I have no idea how this is gonna go. It may go nowhere.
But again, that's something switching to like the Fediverse or a different platform like Kick or whatever
Yeah.
Is something
YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I still have to do some more research for that.
which is something that I have been in discussion, and you and I have talked about
Oh yeah.
in length, and I understand like I understand that Discord was hard on a lot of people, and I'm still getting a lot of flack, and there's still people who adore Discord, and
I know.
Everybody's to each their own. You know,
Yeah.
I really want to say that
There's people who are still on Twitter.
there are people
To each their own.
There are
You know,
people- there-
same thing.
there are people streaming on Twitter,
Of course.
which a new function that they had, and it's just like, why would you do that? Why would you just give up whatever creative property you have?
Because they don't.
Do they not see themselves as artists or freaking
It depends.
purveyor
on,
of artists?
Okay, there are so many different reasons people perform. I'm just gonna lump everything under perform.
Okay.
And yes, there has been in the last 30, 40 years now, this thing that once your face gets out in a good way, whether you are a typically good-looking person, or you're just funny enough that nobody cares what your face looks like, or all the usual caveats. And it's like I was saying, nobody sells pizza in LA because
They want to be a pizza salesman.
yeah, they want to be a pizza salesman. And so these notions go around where people are like, oh, if I mowed the White House lawn when I was a kid, people are always going to remember because I'm in a meme now. I mean, there's been this. It's not an edification. What is the word I'm looking for? People's desire to be remembered. We've had those
Yes.
conversations. And
I have the same. I'm not
Yeah.
immune to it.
and when you're living in a world where over 90% of the population is making, collectively is making less than the 10%, that's a problem.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people have, willingly or desperately decided that the only way they're going to be happy is if they find a way into that 10% crowd. Even though it's really the 1%ers at this point, which that's a whole nother association, which I'm not getting into. So
Even getting into like, the 25% crowd and stuff like that, which is not much different than where we're at right now.
yeah.
People think that they have such a leg up on that as well. Nobody, if they want to be in the 1% crowd, they can't even comprehend it. That's all I can say. Even I struggle to comprehend what that wealth means.
Yeah, well, especially because it's gotten, at least. No, I'm not gonna go down the show right now.
But
Yes.
aside from those freaking idiots,
Okay.
fuck those idiots.
No, thank
Not-
you.
Not the people wanting a better life, and
No, that's absolutely not who we're.
I totally
disparaging.
understand, and I totally understand that wishful wanting to have what those freaking idiots have, but those guys are idiots. They're fucking morons, and they're wrecking this world and this country.
Okay.
Whatever.
This was supposed to
rant.
be a fun community thing,
Yay!
and you keep turning everything
I'm
into
doing it.
oil slicked birds on the coastline. Could you stop?
Hey, they're spilling oil on the honors, hon. Let's go.
All right, maybe this is a dumb idea, and we should.
I think it's a great idea. I'm sorry.
You just keep making it like so. I'm trying to give people something to help them through this nonsense. You just keep reminding them of the nonsense. This is not how I wanted this to go. And yes, I am 100% aware of how craptastic the world is right now. That's not the point. I want to celebrate the wins.
Let's celebrate the wins. That's a great idea, hon.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point. Is
Figgy this is the reason why she's the smarter of the two.
That's not the point. But I don't know. I mean, like, because it was like when I was doing certain things in a crowd, trying to, like, give people, just, like, good news of the day. You know what I mean?
See if that works. Nope, that did not work.
I have no idea what you just tried to see if this works. Did you just completely shut down your system?
I did not.
Okay.
Oh, it did work.
I don't know what you were talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about.
On the screen.
Yeah?
I switched it to I'm with stupid with the arrow pointing up at my face.
Oh, the shirt. I can't. Hon, I need new glasses. I can't see that from here.
And it's doing the loading screen.
Yes, I see that. That part I saw. I was like, did they just sneak in another update that broke your computer again? Yeah.
Yes, that's what they did.
But, it's like the joke I make all the time, I'm a pessimistic optimist. I brace for the worst, but I still hope for the best. And I think, I don't know, maybe I'm trying to cling to stupidity somehow with this. Because it's just, I feel like celebrating the wins is important right now.
So, yeah. I don't know why
Full sentences would be so helpful.
I don't know why it's opening up all these other windows. There's not supposed to be anything else.
Is it happening again?
It's not running by itself.
At least.
But I hit F1 because it's my switcher. I hit F1 because it's my switcher, and I tried to do this. See, that's all it's supposed to do. But when I was in the other window, it like opened up Explorer for some reason.
I have shared all the information I have had the time to find about how a certain company is trying to force everybody to only use their products in every single fashion possible, even though there's a reason people switch out components because that company can't keep their head out of their ass.
So one of the cool things about this is that like during streams and stuff like that, if I got like angry, I could have an angry emote.
Right, yes.
I'm using this.
I know this.
I'm using this to be...
Do other people not know? Is
silly.
That why you're saying it now?
Yeah, most people don't know it.
And if 5 people actually decide to listen to this later, you'll be lucky.
I will be very lucky. Luckiest being in the world. Okay.
I mean, what I worry about is when I'm trying to do stuff that's more fun for us, you still wind up being old man yells at clouds, and I wind up being old person who yells at clouds. So it is what it is.
I find it to be fun to be that old guy that's yelling at clouds.
But I don't think anybody else does. Which is why your numbers have fallen.
My numbers aren't falling.
Really?
My numbers aren't falling.
Because you have 3 to 3? Is that what
my
you're
numbers
saying?
have always been shit.
It just feels like you used to have more people that would come visit you, even when you hadn't scheduled. And it could just be the change in schedule you have now.
It is the change in schedule. The fact that I'm not streaming at the times that I used to stream years ago definitely has affected it.
Yeah.
The fact that...
Which is why I thought it made sense to try to focus on you doing more
for
pre-records and then just posting them when more people
for
see
3 years, I
Mhm.
had been basically just kind of winging it. And 2024 was, I called it my reconstruction year. I really didn't stream all that much. And then 2025 when it came around, when I was supposed to be regular streaming and everything like that, and
Yeah, but you
the
don't
only
have that kind of job.
the only streams that I did were all the two beans. So it was literally for a year 5 streams.
I still can't believe it was only 5 streams. I thought you were streaming more.
No, it was, 2025 was 5 streams. I didn't even stream the Orc.
October?
October drawing those. I didn't even stream it. Like that's how lack of stream. That's an easy 31 streams.
Yeah.
Boom! I could have
and
31 streams in.
The other thing too is that this is going to be depressing stuff. Real quick, a whole lot of people passed away during the pandemic.
Yes.
And they ain't coming back as ghosts watching streams and getting recorded. They may be watching your streams from wherever they ended up, but they don't get recorded as far as I know. And then, of course, you have the issue where, now the boom time is over and they reach saturation, and now streams are kind of like, it's just like YouTube. YouTube had that period where it peaked and some people stood out, and they were almost always people who had money behind them, whether it was obvious or not. Yeah. And everybody else just muddled along. It's the same thing.
So, compared to 2023 and 2022, when I was at my quote-unquote peak,
okay,
I am currently not hitting those numbers.
Why do you keep coming back to this, though?
But compared to 2024 and 2025, I'm blowing those numbers out of the water. I'm doing tremendous compared to that. Each one of my streams, and I have a lot of them now, takes out all those 5 streams I did in 2025. I'm doing better than all of those combined with some streams.
I have no idea what you're talking about, and I don't.
When you're talking about, you were saying that that I'm dipping, and I'm in my ratings and stuff like that, and my watching, and it's like no, I'll probably have like 20 people watch this stream.
Okay, I didn't say that.
And in 2025, I had almost nobody watching the 2 beans that we were doing. And then YouTube was where I was getting watched, but not live. Not live, but not when we were doing Diggy Diggy.
I am completely missing the point, and I know I'm tired, hon. What are you trying to say? That you have to do it at late night?
I'm saying that this year, in January, when I said I'm going to start a regular schedule and stick to the regular schedule, I'm saying that has been a complete and total like night and day type of thing, as opposed to what I used to do, which was stream all the time. So basically, anybody who was wandering in, that's when so whatever time somebody was available, they could come in and see me because I was streaming all the time. Now I'm not doing that.
Because you're working.
Now I'm streaming 2 hours a day.
Well, but sometimes scarcity makes things more attractive.
That said,
I thought that you were doing this because you love doing it, not because you were trying to hit metrics. I'm kind of bummed out right now. That's all. You don't have to explain it. I'm just telling you.
it's not about metrics.
Okay, but you keep talking about numbers.
I love numbers. That's I don't make that face. You guys don't see it. She's making that face.
I'm a math genius. That's why I can't do basic accounting.
Listen, everybody thinks I'm a math genius on here. You're not supposed to spoil that.
Hey, there's math, and then there's math. There's a math that's theoretical. That is your strong point. There's a math that, prevents overdrafts fees.
Whatever.
That's not theoretical.
Okay. let's get back on point.
For the 50th time, we're never
I-
on point.
I love looking at the analytics. I love looking at this. I have proven with YouTube and the morning commutes time and time again that those things are freaking just absolute junk garbage and they mean almost nothing. Do I still look at them? Yes, I still look at
The
them.
analytics?
Yes,
Ah.
yes. If I did not love doing this, I would not do it.
Okay, but you just keep talking about things that might make people who don't know you very well think otherwise.
The main reason that I do this is not for the love, not for this, is for the connection to people.
Well, yeah, because especially time-wise, our schedules now are, it's like impossible to do anything.
The reason I draw beans, the reason that I make the cake shakes and the card swipes and all the things that drive you absolutely fucking nuts. The reason that I do all of that.
Okay, you know how I am when I'm tired, which unfortunately I have been a lot because it's that time of year again, is that if I don't have the conditions that a lot of people unfortunately have, where motion that just repeats over and over again can trigger very bad things. To me, it's the distraction element. I can't do anything else when my attention keeps getting pulled back to that same repetitive. Because I feel like I'm stuck in a bad Matrix moment.
I can see that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So
But you're also, you and I have talked about this many times off screen. You know, this is community. This is the best we can do. It's one of the reasons that I was really sad when Discord lost their minds and said, well, I guess we're going to have to, you didn't want to give us your ID? Well, you're a child now, so everybody in that server is going to hate your guts as we start banning them all. You know, it's happening already.
Yep.
And I didn't want to leave. You know, there were two communities in particular that one of them, I didn't even tell them why. I just left. And somebody had to reach out to me on a different platform, and I just said, I did the absolute garbage excuse of, I'm just spending time on too many platforms. I had to cut back.
Blue Hope, yay!
We have a visitor?
We have a visitor.
Is it a raid visit or is it a hello visit?
It's a hello visit.
That's special. Raids are cool, but personal visits are always awesome. How are you, Blue?
And Gork is here.
See, this is... you spend so much time trying to find this stuff. This is why I don't want to stream. I just like talking to people.
Alright, here we go.
You can't make it go, right?
Get out of here.
Trying to get something to pop up, but it's not working. It's so funny to watch, though. Oh, I'm the worst sidekick, I know.
You are the worst sidekick ever.
Yeah, this is exactly
Blue,
why I always laugh.
Blue is one of the originals. Woo.
I know. Oh, I think the heat actually kicked in.
Gork. Where's my bear? There he is.
There. So.
Gork. I want to put him over here. Here. And
they can't see all this stuff, hon, so you should say what you're doing, because all they hear is...
I'm bringing everybody back up, and you guys are in the middle of an ad freaking break, so suck it up.
It doesn't matter. This is why I hate using these platforms.
As you should.
And you just don't leave them. As you never do. So was it a raid, or did both of them just pop in now?
Both of them just popped in.
Huh. Is the ad over yet?
Ad is just over, yeah.
Yay! We were were talking about how we were so happy you're here, but you couldn't hear because of the ad.
Ad. Stinky ad. Thank you. I just earned 6 cents. I can keep your 6 cents.
So I don't know if y'all like have any clue. Do we have to start over?
No.
Good, because I don't want to go through all that again.
No. But if you'd like to tell us what's been going on in your week and people you meet and events happening and birthdays and craziness that's going on in your community, we would love to hear about it. And we're going to actually make a video about that. That's basically what we're going to be doing.
Well, as long as people think it's okay, yeah. We have to get permission. We can't just,
Permission? What's this permission?
Permission
Stuff you're talking about.
So, because I don't want people to think that... I want it to be a happy community thing. I don't want it to be a finger-pointy, tea-drinking, banana stupid thing. Yeah.
Point those fingers.
Yeah. So I'm still a little confused about, is it going to be a live stream or are we going to record it and then...
I think for now, and I know this is you're probably gonna hate me because I'm talking about doing it continuously on Twitch. But I think for now, until we can get kind of the ball rolling, I think that the live streams and people coming in and saying what they want to say, even if it's just hello. We can talk about them, not behind their backs, in front of their backs.
In front of their backs?
Do we talk in front of their backs?
Oh boy, yeah, we're tired. You already have a full enough plate.
But
that's my concern.
I think that it would be kind of cool because we can bring up people's schedules that they post, and I can put those up. We can go over their schedules and we can have fun doing things.
We were debating, just so y'all know, we were debating whether I thought this was not going to be a regular stream. I thought this was going to be a regular recording that then got put up so that people could check in whenever and just let us know about whatever is going on with them and stuff that we've seen or noticed or whatever. And instead, I already can't keep a schedule consistently for more than...
I've been keeping a schedule since January.
Oh, no, you have not. You have missed several things because of work. But that's my concern, is that this is going to eat into what little free time Q has right now. Which is why I thought a pre-record was better, because we could do it whenever we had the free time.
Which will eat into free time.
But it'll do it differently.
Yes, it will.
Because at least the posting will be consistent. That's it. I know I'm going to lose because I'm just a sidekick and this is their channel, so. But I already know how these things go. Lots of time watching this happen.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Now, the one thing that confused me, though, is if we do it live, like you had said, Friday night is the worst time. Okay? I know you've been all anxious to, talk about this since I mentioned the idea.
Yeah.
And, of course, the problem is trying to do lunch stuff is everybody has a completely different lunch schedule, which... this is part of the problem when you're dealing with an international audience, which I'm very familiar with through other venues.
Yes.
So
lunch schedule is rough.
What?
With people in Australia, lunch schedule, or Japan.
Yeah.
Lunch schedules are rough.
Yeah. And it can get a bit silly in your own, lifestyle. This is why I said we can do more after you get your retirement. You know?
Oh yeah.
Because then it won't matter. The worst we're gonna have to worry about is, have you Did you fall and you can't get up? Okay, then we're gonna have to hit our little, trip to the local.
I'm a life alert. I have a life alert button on my freaking screen.
But yeah, it would be easier to schedule around not having to worry about you getting called in early, called into whatever, held because whatever. So, that was it. That was the main reason I said for now, let's just treat it like a pre-record, like your songs and stuff, and whatever. Because I've just watched your schedules get blown to bits week after week after week after week after week.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. My thing is that we could do.
We don't even know if anybody wants this yet. That's the thing.
A Saturday breakfast. I don't know if anybody wants it. That's the reason why. But I think that I definitely think that when we do things like this.
Well, consistency always helps people remember. I totally know that.
We could do it for a little while. Like, for example, pick a regular schedule. It's the reason why going live. Live is a lot easier than pre-recorded. Even though it doesn't seem that way. Because with live, I can turn it into a pre-recorded video and that people can come and see.
Mm-hmm. It has a broader benefit was probably a better way to say it. And I don't argue that fact.
And live on Twitch is better than live on YouTube.
Well, only because you don't have... The audiences and the kind of streams that you've been doing are definitely still better suited at this point in time to Bozo's stream.
Yeah, and I and you know that I have no love for them.
I know, but it draws back to something we were discussing earlier that I'm not going to start up again. This is just an experiment. It may be an even worse disaster than some of the other things that we've tried.
I will say two things that need to happen. We need one, be consistent and do it consistently, no matter what day or time we pick. Just
as consistently as we can, which is the point I have been trying to make throughout this entire stream. 1 in the morning, 1 till 3 in the morning, the 2-hour stream that I have. Mm-hmm. I've been keeping that consistently, and that's not an ideal time. But it is a time that I can do, and it's the reason why I like this, and it's been really working for me. So I figure whatever time we pick, it's just basically just... Well, we're going to have to talk about it off screen because I thought we were going to be pre-recording.
Yeah.
So I haven't had time to think about this.
Okay.
And it's still going to run into the same problem that we've had in the past. Work.
Yep.
So... And I cannot, at this stage of the game, pull my sleep schedule all over the place like I used to when I was a rigger. Can't happen.
Yeah.
Not happening. I'm having a hard enough time just, following the cat's new daylight savings time, whatever.
Okay.
So, do they have any questions about the state of the stream? Do they even know what they're,
everybody went to lurk mode, so.
Yeah, so and again, like, why do we do this if everybody's just gonna lurk and listen? I mean, that's why the format, to me, makes so much more sense to pre-record, let people lurk, and then if they have questions or whatever, we'll see it, and then we can address them by the next state of stream.
Yep.
Is it going to be streams singular or streams plural? I thought we were doing, because that was the joke. If you drop the T but not the O, you can
Gorsh just gave us a heart.
Aw, thank you. So we are still at the very raw idea stage. Not quite as raw as Diggy Diggy when we realized they were only going to do it like twice a year. And they were so terrible about letting us know when. But now, are we only going to talk about Twitch streamers then, or are we also going to talk about people who stream on other platforms?
Oh, I would never relegate it to just Twitch.
All right. I mean, but your usual audience is primarily people who stream on Twitch, right? Or at least spend a significant amount of time watching streams on Twitch.
My biggest, currently right now, my biggest connection is through Twitch as far as streaming goes.
Because
I've never really taken off as far as making the connections and stuff like that with YouTube. It hasn't happened.
Well, because with some of the games that I play and stuff like that, like there are people that do, but they don't do it here because they're even more hardcore about avoiding it than we are. So I didn't know if it would make sense if the majority of your audience are people who only watch Twitch to mention those kinds of streams.
No, I think that we can definitely mention it.
But
things going on.
Who are we doing it for? Are we doing it for your community, or are we doing? I mean, like, that's the problem. Who is this for?
One of the main reasons that I would want to promote outside of Twitch is because if we are thinking about leaving Twitch, showing that as an option is definitely an option. Again,
you already know how I feel about that, so
I have no real love. Yeah, I have no real love for freaking. My loyalty to Twitch is zero.
Yeah.
It's my loyalty towards other creators and other streamers, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't have any loyalty towards Twitch. I don't
Right.
want to. I don't want to make
It's
them
not about
money.
loyalty. It's about what your friends want to see.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's really what it all boils down to.
Yeah, because this is why, the original joke about me being the sidekick came to be, because all my friends are on the internet, but not all of our friends overlap on the internet. Well, hello again, sir. Have you finished with your little freak out? No? Now you're going, it's getting close to food time. What's going on, people? Speaking of, what time is it here?
It is 11:26, so he's got an hour and a half before we feed him.
Okay. Yeah, I still don't know why. I know, Bubba. I know. I hate to say this, but we're going to have to do a more serious grooming session first. I know. Long hair cats. Sometimes they get really finicky about getting brushed. So, anyway, this is just the idea phase.
Mm-hmm.
So we will probably revisit this at some point to say, where things have been. Like, I don't know how you usually get feedback from folks other than they either, ask when your next whatever blah 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 stream is going to be or whatever. Or if it's just like, if they remember, they watch whichever. One of our kitties is making his way and getting all the pets and loves from everybody in this room. Oh, two humans. So where are we?
I think this was a great
well, we
first
definitely
step.
hashed out some things, but I'm just kind of like worried now because what I thought was going to happen and what you thought were going to happen are very different. And because of schedules, I am very reticent to even promise to co-stream one late night a week.
Yeah.
Even if you're not, scheduled.
Go that way. Go that way.
Come on, Bubba. I know. Come on. He's not going to feed you early. And this is one of the reasons why. This would be a really dumb time to do a regular.
Yeah.
He will not be pleased.
Okay. Here.
Do they have any thoughts? Are they asking any questions, or they're still just lurking? Because they're just
Everybody's
curious or
doing
whatever.
their own thing.
Okay.
We are going to raid out.
We are now. What time is it? It's almost midnight.
We've been going for an hour and a half. So
No, we didn't start that early. It's 11:29.
yep, we just hit 1 hour and 30 minutes.
We really started at 10?
Yep.
That seems weird. Anyway.
And we've dropped all the way down to 2 viewers because Twitch hates lurkers. I'm going to let you choose.
Oh no, I can't even see that because I don't have my
You
glasses.
have a bat, a panda,
Oh, you're going to do it by personas.
a cat.
Are they all personas or personas on Twitch? I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, a cat.
You just skipped the answer. Got it, a cat.
I would say they're personas.
Okay.
2 cats.
2 cats. 2. Oh, wait. What? Oh, what's that joke? Oh, it's a Python thing. I can't think of it right now. You know I've forgotten half the options now, right?
Okay. I will start it again.
No. Gods, no. Please, gods, no.
Succubus.
Okay.
A bunny rabbit.
No, shh. Let me do it my way because I'm so tired right now. How many options are there total that you would like to consider?
Let's do 5.
All right, so I have a 1 to 5.
Yes.
Oh shoot, I don't have any dice in here, and I don't have an RNG.
You can even do 1 to 6.
All right, 3 is my favorite number, so 3.
So number 3, that would be Gabby.
And there we go. Here's your answer. I gotta bring my dice bag down now, so we can do this. I think that's the most fair way.
3, oh, it's a magic number.
Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. If we could copyright
Somewhere
claim
in that ancient mystic trinity. You know what's funny is they allow all of the
PBS.
CBS Schoolhouse Rock songs.
There's no C. It's PBS, Public Broadcasting System.
Whatever. PBS.
You know that thing that they try to defund.
Yes.
Yes.
I think they did defund it. What are you talking about?
Sort of. It's an ongoing legal battle like everything else during this time. Hello, they can't hear me. This is so much fun.
Yeah, you got it. There. Okay. We got a minute. Last thoughts?
I gotta reconcile some things because we did not have the same notion at all.
I think this is a fantastic idea. I think that it's going to take a bit before it gets legs. And I think once it has legs, I think it's going to work out really, really well. It's going to be a really nice addition to the streaming arsenal.
I still think a weekend time is a disaster in the making.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Okay, I think our minute is up.
We have 34 whole seconds. 32, 31,
You
30.
have to do the countdown. Thank you for the folks that stopped by. Thank you for anyone listening to this later.
Yeah.
And please do let us know what you think.
I love you guys all. Thank you for stopping by. It's awesome. And let's go say hi to Gabby. All right. Yay! Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.